Hi guys, welcome back to Dave Astrology. Today I am coming up with 12 positive predictions for the year 2026. Now we did a detailed video series for all the zodiac signs last week, couple of weeks back in the last week of November, where we did detailed quarterly predictions for 2026 for all zodiac signs. So if you've not had a chance, you can of course understand both positives, negatives, repercussions coming in based on the transitory movements of the chart. However, in this video, my objective is to bring in 12 call outs, essentially trying to capture one from each month that you can take as a takeaway out of this video and get some positive hopes, get some positive insights as to what can be anticipated in 2026. So my objective is to crisply present some of the highlights of each month that should bring you a good comprehensive understanding of what you can anticipate. Without further ado, guys, let's jump into your sign and understand what's there in store for you in 2026. Aries, the month of January is going to be about career domination for you. Why do I say so? Well, Mars, which is your Lagna Lord, is coming into its sign of exaltation in Capricorn in your 10th house. And that is why when you will start the year, you will feel as if you are your own boss. You will find that you are able to challenge work authority or challenges coming in your life is what you will be able to accomplish or overcome quite easily with a lot of energy, rigor, and fanaticism. It's important to understand that since Mars is getting exalted in the 10th house, it is not just about career promotions, career success, new massive launch coming in whatever sphere of life that you work, but essentially the larger sphere of karmas that you are touching upon. So, in terms of your education, in terms of your good deeds towards the society, towards elevating your social status, towards gaining social respect, and then, of course, delivering work from your end, giving the outcomes that are getting the right reciprocation. As I'm talking about reciprocation, we step into the month of February, which is going to be talking about the financial gains coming into picture. Now, this is the month where Sun and Mars will be transiting into your 11th house, which is your house of success, gains, desires, wish fulfillment, and financial gains essentially. In this month, whatever hard work, the effort that you had pumped in from your side in the month of January is going to be translating into the liquid cash. It is going to be translating into that increment that you are anticipating from a promotion perspective, that new deal from your efforts that you look forward to achieve to gain financial success in your business, in your enterprise ventures, or whatever target that you've set for yourself, but you've worked towards that in the month of January. There is going to be some sort of reciprocation of that coming into your life. Good bonuses, expansion of network, social respect, and more importantly, network in your own family circle. People coming into you for advice, for suggestions, your friend circle asking your inputs is going to become crucial. So you are going to see a phenomenal improvement from that perspective in the month of February. Then as you move towards the month of March, this is going to be about luxury and travel. Why? Venus is going to come into exaltation in the 12th house for you guys. And Venus denotes relationships. It denotes your savings, your money, your family, because he's the lord of your second and the seventh house. So relationships in general should also see an elevation. Some kind of good bonding can come into picture. There could be a positive shift that might come into this spouse's career or your partner's career as well. You've got to understand that this is coming into the 12th house, and therefore some sort of spiritual retreat or maybe a luxurious vacation out somewhere is highly probable. This is also denoting a possibility of you making some cash outflow investments to get or to secure some kind of luxurious items, something that is satisfactory to yourself as well as to your family members. It is going to be an acquisition of some sort of a comfort coming in your life in the month of March. When you trickle down into the month of April, this is going to be a period, guys, which is going to bring personal glow up for you, Aries. Why do I say so? Well, April is the month when Sun is going to be getting exalted in your first house itself. Sun denotes your creativity, it denotes your soul purpose, brings tremendous amount of self-confidence, belief, ecosystem into a person's mind. And that is where you will feel that you would be coming across extremely confident, charismatic, authoritative in the way you are conducting yourself. You would be able to naturally lead in whatever areas of life that you are orchestrating, that you are influencing. This is going to be a period that makes you feel good. It makes you look good in the public arena in terms of getting some sort of fame as well. Remember, fifth lord is there in the Lagna. Success in terms of speculative investments, romantic success is also promised with this kind of a shift coming in with the exaltation of Sun. The month of May is going to be about restoration of energy in your life. Well, Mars is finally going to come in its own sign, in its own house of Aries itself. This is where I think your physical vitality is going to see its peak. You are going to do a lot for your own health consciousness, for your own success in those regards. You are going to be highly energetic in terms of taking up new initiatives. Any kind of health matters that have been troubling you, well, this is going to be the period to take the right resolve and work towards that direction. You will have the energy almost to conquest the entire world, if I may, during the month of May. Moving on to the month of June, this is going to be a period of the ultimate blessing. Well, Jupiter is going to be getting exalted in your fourth house. It is going to be entering into the sign of Cancer on June 2nd. And if it may not be an exaggeration to state that this could be one of the best months for the course of 2026 for you guys. Why do I say that? See, Jupiter is getting exalted in the fourth, which means success coming in terms of property, real estate, in terms of your assets, exploding, ballooning to the next level, expansion, abundance coming into your life. More importantly, spiritual and mental, emotional peace is something that you are going to find during this period. If you've been struggling with any kind of emotional matters, physical matters as well, it's going to be time to heal yourself during this period. There is going to be a healing or nurturing, mindset that is going to trickle in. The health and relationship with your mother is also going to see drastic improvement during this period. Cometh the month of July, which is going to be, all about creative joy. Well, in the month of July, you are going to see that Sun is going to be transiting into your fourth and your fifth house. So yes, it is giving a promise of good domestic life, manage your egotistical situations. But overall, I think there's a lot of respect coming in, good amount of creativity oozing out from you guys, Aries, during the month of July. Your home is going to be fulfilled with laughter, with guests coming in, some sort of celebration happening. Regeneration activities through your own side is also going to come into picture in the month of July. When we move forward, we see that August is going to be the month of getting some kind of romantic success, some sort of a success in the creative field or in terms of speculative activities as well, because Sun is now positioned in your fifth house. I see that there is going to be a lot of respect coming in from that perspective. And I'm talking about Sun. I've picked one key highlight for each month because Sun happens to come into exaltation in your Lagna, in your first house, if you're watching from an Aries moon perspective as well, guys. So this is going to be a period which is going to bring you stronger bonding with your children, good romantic connections. Your romantic partner could also see a lot of flourishing mindset along with you. They would have a lot of respect towards yourself. And I think this is also going to be a time where you will be able to materialize the speculative gains, any kind of stock market investments, any kind of trading activities that you are doing, using your own out of the box thinking to materialize things. It seems to be working out for you during this month. As you step forward into the month of September, it's going to be a period of harmony in relationships. Well, this is going to be a period where Venus is going to be in its own sign in the seventh house in the sign of Libra. Despite other chaos that could be happening, you and your spouse will become the source of support and love for each other. Especially if you are in a relationship, in a married relationship, I see this is going to be a very crucial and promising period for you guys, Aries. But otherwise as well, in your larger partnerships, in your larger brand image in the marketplace, when you're interacting with the social set of people in the social sector, you will see that people will be giving you, good time. They are going to empathize with you and they are going to support you in terms of expanding your relationships. In the month of October, is that is going to be a period where you are going to get sort of new wisdom. The month of October is the time when Jupiter is entering into your fifth house. Fifth house is your creativity, it is your intellect, it's your out of the box thinking. And Jupiter's presence here is giving up the possibility of many of you starting learning something new at this point in time. You would be inculcating new habits. You will be bringing in, understanding of the classical texts, understanding of spirituality to your life. There could be some growth that might come into picture for your children as well, or more importantly, for your educational pursuits, your knowledge driven pursuits. Then in the month of November, well, I see this period as the month of creative fire because Mars is now entering into your fifth house. So this is the time where planning goes out of the window and execution at a next level comes into picture. Mars is in a fiery sign of Leo during this month. So this is going to be the time where you are going to turn your hobby related engagements into your passion projects. You are going to bring in something that additional amount of financial gains, some sort of a side hustle that involves your energy, your creativity, but you are going to translate that into action. So another, interesting bit coming in the month of November. And then you are going to have the month of December where you are going to end 2026 on a high with respect to your career ambitions. This is going to be the period when Rahu enters the sign of Capricorn in your 10th house. So the year end of 2026 is coming with a massive surge where you are going to develop that excessive obsession to conquer the world in 2027. All in all, this looks to be a fabulous time for you folks, Aries, and I hope you love the insights that I've presented to you. Taurus, 2026 is going to be the year of the golden voice for you folks. Well, you will start the month of January with good luck in travel. Mars is exalted in your ninth house, and that is where it is giving you a promise of some kind of sudden, successful, long distance trip coming into picture. There is also going to be a very strong possibility of some sort of a big breakthrough coming in for people who are looking forward for higher education. It could be with respect to post graduation, doctorate, PhD level education as well. There is also a possibility that there could be some positive growth coming in for your bosses or with respect to your customers if you are in a working space, be it your entrepreneurial route, self-employment, or from a job perspective as well. So pretty good insight coming in with the exaltation of Mars in the month of January. Then in the month of February, you will find lucky charm coming in for your career itself. Well, Venus is in your 10th house and you are going to find that empathy of Venus, good, strong relationships with people in and around you. You will be able to charm your bosses. You are going to be able to, influence authoritative figures during this period. You will be able to strike good camaraderie in terms of your own karma, which means be it you are a student or a working professional, there is going to be a good connection with people all around you through your own efforts. Work is something that you will find easy as well as social. The month of March is the month of the jackpot. Well, why? Because Venus is getting exalted in the 11th house for you folks. Remember, Venus is your Lagna Lord, so it is crucial for us to understand the shift of Venus through the course of the months. And he is going to come into the 11th house, the house of massive financial gains, fulfillment of desires, achieving your goals, objectives, and targets for that matter. And the efforts that you've put through the last 2 months in terms of your collaborative behavior, in terms of being welcoming towards the social connections that you are happening, well, Venus is going to reward you in this month in its exaltation state, delivering you the outcomes that you've been seeking for. Anytime during the course of this month, you can anticipate some sort of a sudden delivery of a wish fulfillment of something that you've been planning for a long time. Now, it completely depends on your natal dasha and antardasha, but we are not going to get into the detailed insights here. I have created a detailed video. Please go ahead and check that out as well. But this is going to be the period where you are going to find some good outputs thanks to the blessings of your Lagna Lord. April is a month which is all about magnetic attraction. Why do I say so? Venus is coming in its own sign in the first house in the sign of Taurus for you guys. You are going to become charming. You are going to come across irresistible. Self belief, self confidence, that touch of healing behavior, sympathetic towards others, yet coming across extremely attractive is going to be the key highlight of the month of April. This is going to be the period where you are going to be going across, dating new set of people, expressing your thought process to the others, makeovers of some sort, personality transformation, personality development sort of initiatives are also going to come into fruition in the month of April. Comes the month of May, where you are going to bring tremendous amount of financial authority because Sun and Mercury will be forming their conjunction in your second house. You will be bringing command through your speech as well as getting respect within your near and dear ones, within your family circle, as well as the larger circle, because Sun denotes that authority which is going to accompany. Be mindful of not overdoing it, but it is a good period from that perspective again. Now, this is also going to be a period where you are going to be looking forward to negotiate deals for yourself to improve your bank balance. You will try to save things, get better, opportunities for yourself in terms of monetary discussions. So it's a smart period to park any kind of major, investments, planning, purchases in the month of May. Comes the month of June, which is going to be like a marketing boom for yourself. Well, this is the month where Jupiter is going to be coming into an exaltation in the sign of Cancer in your third house. And this is the time which I was earlier alluding to, that this is a time of golden voice for you guys. In your public speech, your oral and written communication, you will be able to address your thought processes with a lot of self belief, command, and authority. There will be a lot of wisdom in which you are able to communicate your ideas. Jupiter's exaltation in the third house also gives a very positive sign for people who are working in the space of social media, networking of some sorts, YouTube, writing a book, getting into journalism, signing any kind of new contracts, success coming in for your siblings as well. So very positive period comes into picture in the start of the month of June itself. Then July is the month which is going to be talking about domestic luxury in your life. This is the period where Venus will be coming into your fourth house, which means that you are going to be taking initiatives to, revamp your home, to, buy new decorative objects, some antique objects. Interest could be there in your mind during this period. It is also going to be a time where you are going to spend quality time with your family. Your peace of mind should be high. You will be able to have some kind of a good ceremony or good type of a get together with your own family members. Your financial status should also see some sort of an improvement thanks to the shift of Venus. Then in the month of August, you will notice that there is going to be some sort of creative recognition possibility coming in your chart because Sun is transiting from fourth to the fifth house in this period. You are going to be recognized for your property or for your foundational knowledge, your intellectual property that you are bringing to the table. Sun's transit here, it's in the national Kalpurush chart placement for Sun here. It is also going to bring tremendous amount of confidence in your children, or if you are in the educational space, you will feel respected there. There could be some positive acquisition that you could make from those regards. Creativity is on the high, intelligence is on the high in this period. Then comes the month of September where you will see victory over your rivals, overcoming the obstacles and challenges because Venus is coming in its own sign in the sixth house here for you. Now, we've done a detailed discussion on some of the other aspects too, but still, given that he is your Lagna Lord, he is going to bring you that grace to overcome your enemies. You will be able to, accomplish or resolve on the health issues, health matters that you've been facing. You will be able to resolve those matters as well. From a financial loan litigation perspective, there is going to be some relief coming into your life during this period. In the month of October, there is going to be absolute domestic bliss because now Jupiter has entered into your fourth house. Well, it is happening at the fag end of it, but that is the key highlight. You will start seeing some of the impact of it. a little bit earlier into the weeks itself, the blessing is moving towards your heart. There is going to be a lot of contentment. There is going to be a lot of abundance. You will naturally feel prosperous in your mind. So that's another good bit coming in with the transit of Jupiter in your fourth house. And remember, fourth house is where Jupiter naturally gets exalted in the Kalpurus chart. So it's a decent move for you on that perspective too. In the month of November, you are going to get some absolute clarity in your romantic life. Venus is going to turn direct. We've talked about the retrogression of Venus for 40 odd days, but November starting, he is going to be turning direct, which means any kind of confusions, miscommunication that you are having with respect to your relationships in collaboration with people, that is going to clear up during this period. This is exactly the time where you will also get clarity if you are not in a relationship as to who that right person is. Whom do you really love, or what kind of expectation you should really have in your relationship? So at least that fuzziness towards your connections is going to fade away, and you are going to get absolute clarity on that front. And then last but not the least, December is the month that is promising a spiritual breakthrough for you folks. This is where Rahu is entering your ninth house. We've done a Rahu Shatabisha Nakshatra video as well yesterday. If you've not had a chance, I urge you guys to check that out as well. Rahu is going to help you break free from the traditional dogma that you've been undergoing, or if any that you have in your life. This is the time where you are going to find some sort of a spiritual path or good collaborative opportunities with your customers, with your bosses, superiors, managers, your gurus and mentors. Overall, as I said, 2026 is a promising year, and I hope you find these insights promising as well. Gemini, the year 2026 is going to be the year of wealth for you guys. Well, you will start the month of January with a possibility of a sudden windfall gain. The reason I say that is that Mars is coming into its sign of exaltation in the 8th house for you folks, which means when least anticipated, least expected, you can get some financial outcomes in your favor. It could be in the form of an insurance payout, it could be in the form of unearned wealth coming your way, or it could be the joint income with your spouse, with your partner as well, with your with your business partner as well. So there is some sort of a success that is indicated at the start of the year in 2026 itself for you folks. Move into the month of February, which is giving a promise of good luck and travel. This is the period where Sun and Mars will be transiting into your ninth house, and this indicates that there is going to be a strong possibility of publishing something, you providing your mentorship or getting mentorship with the right leader at your workplace, from your teacher, from your guru or mentor. Your customers itself could be giving you some good insight if you are in a business sphere. This is also going to be giving an indication of a good possible breakthrough coming in legal matters, lucky breakthrough coming in legal matters for some of you, Gemini, if you've been dealing with those kind of issues. As you move into the month of March, it is going to be about your fame in your career, because Venus is coming into its sign of exaltation in your 10th house. You are going to be a person, Gemini, who is coming across as a star at work. People are going to respect your empathetic behavior, the collaborative mindset, the relationships that you are forging at work. They are going to be respected. If you are a person who comes with some kind of creative pursuits, some sort of an artistic mindset at your workplace, or your work involves leveraging things in that space, there is a high possibility that good public adulation, public appreciation or enhancement of your status in the eyes of the masses is promised through the month of March. When you move into the month of April, there is going to be an explosion of sorts in your social activity. Well, Sun is coming into its exaltation in the 11th house for you folks. That's a very powerful picture for you folks, guys, because Sun happens to be your third lord, and with your own hard work and effort, you are going to become a center of attraction of sorts. Maybe you would be attending some sort of a social event in the month of April with your family members. Remember, Sun's exaltation and fame in the 11th is predominantly coming in within your immediate friend circle or family circle for that matter. And I also see the possibility of new profits trickling in for you, new possibilities in terms of networking or new connections, expansion coming in your life. So April is giving a very solid highlight on that front. Comes the month of May, which is going to be all about intellectual peak. Well, this is a period where Mercury is going to be in its own sign in your first house itself, in the sign of Gemini, and he's your loving lord, your Rashi lord if you're watching from a moon perspective. So this is going to be a time where your brain, your mind, your physical self will be almost like firing with all cylinders open. The reason I say this is that you are going to negotiate your problems. You are going to be crafty, intelligent in terms of dealing with those issues at this point in time. And any kind of obstacles, challenges that have kept you baffled for a period of time. Well, guys, Geminis, this is the period where you can take that head on and solve that issue, solve that concern. You are going to be absolutely meticulous in the month of May when Mercury is in its own sign. When you move into the month of June, this is the time of the money flood. Well, this is the time when Jupiter is getting exalted in your second house. Beautiful shift coming into picture. He's giving an aspect towards the 10th and the 6th as well as the 8th. So the money flood is the right description for this bit, because this is the time where, if it will not be an exaggeration, Geminis, if I say that this could be one of the best time of the decade of the year 2026 for you, because you are going to enhance on your family savings. There is going to be an auspicious event. There is going to be an auspicious get together at your home. Your wealth sees expansion. Your career sees expansion. Your profession or your karma sees good outlook at this point in time. In the month of July, the financial confidence is going to be at a next high. Of course, Jupiter is sitting there in its exaltation, but now Sun is also coming into the second house itself. You are going to be extremely authoritative about your financial matters, about your family matters. You are going to take charge. You are going to take lead during this period. And any kind of bold investments that you want to make, any kind of courage that you want to showcase with your communication, with your efforts, well, this is the time it can pay off as well financially for you. Then comes the month of August, where your creative juices will be oozing out, especially with respect to your writing, your communication skills. This is a period when Venus is coming into your third house. Your communication is going to be sweet as well as persuasive. You are going to influence people's decision through Venus's presence in the third house. It is also a fabulous period for people who are in traveling roles, people who are in sales role, or who are dating for that matter with somebody who's at a larger distance from you. Those kind of possibilities are, or travel with your partner is also is indicated with this period. Now, September will be the time when the luck with respect to property is going to be playing a good role. This is a time when Mercury is coming into its exaltation in its own sign of Virgo in your fourth house. And I believe, Geminis, many of you will switch towards making a new property purchase of sorts. It could be a residential property, commercial property, a movable, immovable asset in terms of a car, some sort of an intellectual impact, your patent getting approved. Something of that sort can be working out in the month of September. It is also giving an indication of a possible new lease for many of you, and therefore shift in residence coming into picture, upgrade in the quality of residence coming into picture is also highly probable. In the month of October, you are going to be showing courage, dynamism, as well as media involvement. This is the time when Jupiter is entering your third house. Yes, it's happening at the fag end of the month, but at least some flavor of it you will start getting in the middle of the month itself, because Jupiter is in the Atichari movement. This is the time where you might initiate new media related projects, communication related initiatives, some sort of social media initiatives around Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn. Publishing a lot more posts, getting a lot more traction socially is highly probable. Short distance travels are going to bring you success as long as you are using your creativity, as long as you are using your wisdom in your dialogue. In the month of November, you are going to see some fabulous energetic drive coming in as Mars now enters into your third house, into the sign of Leo. And you would almost feel that you can outwork everyone in and around your surroundings. You have the energy to deliver more and then some. That is the kind of strength that you are going to bring to the table. Mars is your 11th lord of gain. So you are going to be pushing yourself in terms of achieving those targets and, not taking rest until you make things happen is going to be the mindset in the month of November. Whilst December, the last month of the year, is going to bring in some degree of deep insight. It's going to be an intense period, Geminis, because this is the time when Rahu is entering your eighth house. Your intuition will be at its peak. You will uncover some sort of a secret that keeps you ahead of the people, or some sort of a secret from your side could also come out in the open in the market. So you've got to be careful on that front. But overall, 2026 gives a very promising insight to what you can anticipate, Gemini. Cancer, 2026 is the year of rebirth of sorts for you folks. Well, January is the month which is going to bring a reignited passion in your relationships because Mars is coming into exaltation in your seventh house. Your partner is going to take charge of things and helps you win. Now, this applies both from a business partnership as well as romantic marital partnerships as well. So, there is going to be some good, strong alliance, powerful alliance that is going to come into picture in the month of January, which is going to help spearhead your initiatives along with the support of someone. The month of February, though, is a month of sudden transformation. Sun is coming into your eighth house. Now, we're talking about positive predictions here. So, we are going to touch upon what good can be anticipated with the shift of Sun in the eighth. And this is the period where you could be able to uncover some sort of truth within your family, which is going to give you a lot of help. It can bring some sort of financial gain as well to your life because he is your second lord, as well as it is going to indicate a good, strong, positive, deep research oriented mindset for you. Maybe, digging into details of family members or getting some sort of an insight, but it is going to be positive eventually for you. The information might not be so positive for that matter. The month of March is, though, promising good divine luck. This is the time when Venus is coming into its exaltation in the ninth house for you. That's a good movement coming in, guys. Grace enters your life. There is going to be good benediction from your gurus, teachers, mentors, from your customers, from your bosses, some sort of good luxurious travel coming into picture. All those possibilities are high. Many of you might embark into higher form of learning as well. But I definitely see some joyous time in terms of travel in this month. In the month of April, you will find that your career is finally at a pinnacle. This is the time when Sun is coming into exaltation in your 10th house. This is going to be one of the best period from a professional perspective throughout the course of 2026. You are going to find yourself extremely confident, authoritative, and a strong Dhan Yoga, which means promotion sort of possibilities are also coming into picture. You might find fame coming in your life with your own karma, with your own effort, and maybe some sort of government favors might also fall in place for you. Then comes the month of May, where your career is going to be all about heightened action because now Mars is coming into your 10th house. This is a placement where you are going to feel as if you are crushing on your goals, Cancer. Mars is in its own sign, forming Rochak Yoga out here. You are going to find yourself unstoppable. The success, the teaser of what you saw in the previous month in April is what is going to prompt you to put further impetus, extraordinary amount of effort in whatever you are pushing forward for. The month of June, on the other side, is going to be a period of the great rebirth. Well, this is the time when Jupiter is coming into exaltation in your first house. And that is why this is, seeming to be a much more promising period to me because now you have a very strong Hamsa Yoga in place. It is indicating strong health, wisdom, knowledge growth, creativity in your life. Optimism is going to return. And that is where I said that this is the year of rebirth because now you are going to start seeing positivity in your life. You could feel that you have that blessing of the Supreme. There is some sort of benediction in your life that you can now undertake any kind of complicated situations coming in your life and you feel almost like invincible. This is a positive, abundant shift coming in for you, Cancerians, from June onwards. Whilst July is about talking about the wealth and beauty in your life. July is the month when Venus is going to be moving into your first and second house. And therefore, with Venus's presence here, it indicates that there is going to be an outlook where you're going to work towards your personality, your presentation, your communication, your food, your relationships. All of them will start seeing a positive shift here. You will look great, you will come across confident, and money will also show good positive flow into your bank account, given that he'll shift into the second house as well. In the month of August, you find financial speech taking power because sun is coming into your second house. Your words are going to carry a lot of weight. There is going to be a lot of authority in terms of your expression at your home with your family members. I would, not shy away in saying that you would be successfully advocating for your family, to your family if need be. You are going to take those decisions, just don't go overboard, is the only word of caution there. The month of September is, though, giving a promise of mastery in your communication. Mercury is coming into its exaltation in the third house. Mercury signifies communication as well. You are going to be negotiating deals for your advantage, especially if you are doing that in a professional setup. This is going to be a time where your oral and written communication shall be at its peak. This is also the time where you will bring enormous amount of courage coupled with intellect to solve complicated issues. I see some sort of major breakthrough coming in for people who are in the stream of media, journalism, writing something. Social media these days is seen from that perspective as well. Coding initiatives, because Mercury is going to denote that, and any kind of marketing initiatives should be parked for this period, guys. When you move forward into the month of October, it is going to be talking about the financial expansion that you are going to get in, because now Jupiter is entering into your second house. Yes, it's happening in the last week, almost in the last day, but you will start seeing the impact of the same in the next in the middle of the month itself, from a couple of weeks in advance, because now blessings are moving from your lagna towards your personality, towards your bank account, towards your family. And this Jupiter will also start giving an aspect towards your 6th, 8th, and 10th, which means financial matters, of course, become strong, but your karma gets a lot of pivot. You get a lot of strength from your karma. You are not going to leave any stone unturned. It's a aspect into the sign of Aries, which is coming into picture here. In the month of November, we are seeing that creative energy again oozing out from you, because now Mars is entering into your second house. You are going to find yourself extremely energetic towards making money in new ways. You are going to be extremely frugal in your approach as well, protective towards your money, but aggression towards family members is what you'll have to check. We're talking about positive, so I'm going to stick to that bit. The last but not the least, there is going to be a sense of freedom in partnerships coming in the month of December. This is the time when Rahu is entering your 7th house. So that explosion of energy in terms of attracting new partnerships, new collaboration, something exciting, something unconventional happening from a 7th house perspective, attracting a foreign partner, attracting foreign sources of income for your business associations. All those possibilities look extremely strong for you, Cancer. And that will be the 12 key highlights for you for 2026. Leos, the year 2026 is going to be about the spiritual protection in your life. Well, you will start the month of January with some sort of a victory at work, because Mars is coming into its exaltation in your 6th house for you, Leos. Now, this is a positive bit because this Mars is forming a great Shatruhanta Yoga, and it gives you the ability to defeat your enemies, to pay off the debts that you've been incurring, to overcome the challenges that have been, disturbing you for a while. This is going to be a time where you can substantially improve your health with your own effort, with your own hard work as well. So, good positive start coming in from your side if you maintain that discipline. And in fact, Mars is going to help you maintain that daily regimen, that daily schedule, that discipline that is required for you to undertake those litigations, those challenges that have been bothering you for a while. Then comes the month of February, which is going to be about focus in partnerships. This is the time when Sun is going to be in the 7th house for you. It's a naturally debilitated position for Sun, but I'm calling this as a positive bit because this is a time where you or your business partner, your spouse, your marital partner is going to shine in the partnership along with you. It is going to bring some sort of a positive light in your life, because now there is your Lagna Lord is giving its focus towards the 7th. So you are going to do everything towards that partnership, towards the growth and abundance of that connection. Then comes the month of March, which is giving an indication of a sudden, unexpected gain in your life. Because now Venus is coming into exaltation in your eighth house. It seems as if the entire, uh, you know, universe is supporting with some sort of a trigger coming in an unexpected, unanticipated gift coming your way, some sort of a financial help moving in your direction if you are in need, or maybe any matters related to insurance, unexpected gains with respect to taxation, property, etc. is also highly probable. It's going to be excellent period for people to deep dive into astrological related research and efforts. Then comes the time of April where your luck is going to be its ultimate, because sun is coming gaining its position in the ninth house for you. It is coming in exaltation for you in that house, and this is the time where you truly feel that the nature, the universe is protecting you of sorts. This is a time where I anticipate good victories for people coming in legal matters, support coming in with your bosses, your luck playing a good role, which means promotion sort of possibility is also at a high. There could be some travel, luxurious travel that can come into picture, or a travel at a pilgrimage place is also possible with the shift of sun in its sign of exaltation. Then you move towards the month of May. And this is the time where you will get lots of visibility in your career. Sun is going to be now transiting into the 10th house. So it wasn't in exaltation before, moves into the 10th. And this is the time where it says that the reputation that you gain, the social status that you gain is going to be rock solid. You are going to feel respected in the marketplace. You are going to be seen as an authoritative figure, a leader who is good at decision making and executing things as and when required. So another promise coming, good periods, from your Lagna Lord perspective. But then comes the month of June, which is giving that promise of the divine protection that I have alluded in my larger video as well, where we gave comprehensive insights for 2026 predictions. I released that in the month of November. If you've not had a chance, go ahead and check that out, Leos. June is the time where Jupiter is going to be coming into its exaltation in the sign of Cancer for you folks. Now, this is going to be like a guardian angel. It is going to be protecting you. Your spiritual knowledge, your spiritual travel could also be on a high. This is the time where you would want to alienate yourself from the rest of the world and upgrade your thinking, upgrade your thought process, do better than what you already are. And that's a positive shift. Investments, expenses are a possibility, but they should move in the right direction in the form of philanthropy, in the form of charitable activities. Comes the month of July, where social gains are going to be prominent in your life. Your lovely Lord is now switching into the 11th house, and this is where good promise from your friends, from your networking circle, from your extended family in the form of social respect, in the form of fame, walks into your life. Some good event in your networking circle can also happen. But all that hard work, that luck support, plus the effort, the leadership that you were showing in your hard work is now going to be translating in terms of the outcomes in the month of July from Sun's transit perspective. The month of August is giving an indication towards some sort of personal power now, because Sun is going to be transiting into the first house in the sign of Leo itself in the middle of the month. Now, this is the period where you are almost recharging your battery. You are coming across charismatic. Your vitality is back. Your health sees good amount of improvement. You are going to feel strengthened, authoritative, confident. Self-belief is going to be high. Your personality shapes in a much confident fashion. It's also a time where you've got to keep caution of your arrogance, of your egotistical situations, because that could also hit ceiling high. But since we are talking about positives, I'm assuming that you are going to keep a check on that front. August gives a strong indication of personal power through Sun's transit into the Lagna. Then you have the month of September, where you are going to gain good financial wisdom as well. Mercury is coming into its exaltation in your second house. You are going to be smart. You are going to be strategic with respect to your money management. Your finances are going to get structured. You are going to organize things. That right mutual fund, that right stock, that commodity in which you wanted to invest in, that new asset class in the form of a cryptocurrency, detailing around it, researching around it, and getting the right information to make the right move, an intelligent, calculative maneuver in terms of your negotiation skills as well. All of that seems extremely stupendous during this period. Now, the month of October, the highlight that I've chosen is the shift of Jupiter. It's happening at the fag end of the month, but you can anticipate some results coming in from mid of the month onwards where you find a new beginning. The reason I say that is that this is a time when Jupiter is entering into your first house, Jiva is entering into your Lagna. Some sort of benediction from the Supreme, some sort of a confidence that yes, I can do it. Having that knowledge, that wisdom, that research, that isolation that you spent with Jupiter in the 12th is now going to be giving that rebirth of sorts that I was talking about Cancerians in the other video. So you will get clarity on that front as well. Then comes the month of November, which is all about confidence. Jupiter is already placed there, and then Mars also enters your first house. So this is the time where you will not be afraid to take up any kind of challenge. You will have tremendous amount of energy, willpower to accomplish what you need to. And that is the right spirit in which you will be navigating through the month of November. Yes, it's a dynamic shift. There are multiple other planetary positions, but we're talking about one key positive which is coming out every month. The month of December, however, is going to be not the last and the least, but the most promising one, because this is the time where you are going to gain mastery over your challenges, mastery over your obstacles, as Rahu enters your sixth house. Guys, this is the time where you are going to find hack to defeat your. I'm so sorry, I've just been speaking non-stop. So this is going to be a time, guys, where you are going to find a hack to defeat your enemies, to streamline your day-to-day operations, to overcome the challenges. You are going to be ruthless, clever, street smart, and not take no for an answer. The shift of Rahu into your sixth house is a very promising sign, and this is something that you dearly needed, Leos. And what a way to end the year with such a high. Virgos, 2026 is going to be an year of golden network for you. Well, why do I say that? Well, you start the month of July on a creative and romantic high. Mars is going to be coming into exaltation in your fifth house, which means that there is going to be a renewed amount of passion. There is going to be extraordinary amount of energy. That is what you are going to bring to the table in terms of your romantic partners, your creative pursuits, any kind of new, dynamic, brilliant investment strategies, new decisions regarding that. Students watching this video from a mathematical breakthrough or with respect to education, sharpness coming in. So there is a very good optimistic start that you find in the month of January itself. As you move towards the month of February, you are going to find workplace authority coming into picture with Sun moving into your sixth house. Now, this is the time where you will be able to give structure towards your work, your daily regimen, the schedule that you are following. Sun is a brilliant planet when it comes to dealing with obstacles related to your health. So your vitality is definitely going to see some sort of an improvement during this period. You are going to overcome challenges at your workplace, in your business, in your litigation related matters as well. You should be able to resolve loan related matters, but very importantly, you should be able to get respect. You should be able to get some sort of new work promise from your subordinates itself. So there's going to be good support from the people who are reporting under you, who are working under you. Then comes the month of March, where you are going to find good partnership bliss, because this is the time where Venus is coming into its exaltation in the seventh house for you folks. Now, guys, this is a time where many of you Virgos could be looking forward to get married. You could be finding new love opportunities, new partner coming into your life. Some sort of collaboration from a business partnership perspective is also going to be of strength. But at the same time, I would want to call out that this is a month where your partnership or your spouse, your collaboration is going to be your biggest asset. You are going to feel blessed in the vicinity, in the surrounding of the person that you like to work with. From a larger world relationships perspective as well, you will find good reciprocation coming in your life through the month of March period. Then, as you move towards the month of April, this is the time, guys, that there is going to be some degree of sudden transformation that can shift in, because Sun is moving into your eighth house, but that is where it is coming into its sign of exaltation as well. It is coming into the sign of Aries. Now, this is a time, this is the house which is second to your seventh. So, joint assets are going to see, joint finances could see phenomenal growth. As we said in, in prior month, Venus is in exaltation with partnership, good growth, and then getting a promise from the movement of Sun. Unexpected money sources could come into picture. New resources is something that you might be able to leverage from other people, through other people during this time. Good power connections can also come into picture. Sun is getting exalted in the eighth house, and it is giving a promise of powerful connections getting forged in your relationships, in your connections for that matter. However, May is the month of luck in travel. This is the time when Sun is moving into your ninth house, guys. Now, this is a time where some sort of successful travel journey can come into picture. You might be able to publish some sort of article, some sort of a book in a conference level as well. Or maybe the inputs that you are giving with your own creativity, with your own thought process, they might get due respect from a senior leadership, from mentors. Some sort of a foreign connection can give you a good charm in luck during this period itself. Be watchful of we're talking about positive, so I'm going to skip the negative bit that was coming to my mind. But yes, there is a lot of positive with the shift of Sun into your ninth house itself, especially related to travel journeys, work oriented for that matter. June is going to be the month of the jackpot, if I may say, because now Jupiter is coming into exaltation in your 11th house, guys, in the sign of Cancer. And this is an important shift because it is promising massive financial gains, expansion, abundance, growth in terms of the money intake that you can anticipate. Your side hustle, your new business partnership, your job promotion, fulfillment of the desires with respect to your education or anything that you've been eyeing for a while might materialize for you from this time onwards, because Jupiter is going to remain into exaltation for a while here. It's also important to note that your social circle can expand big time, and it will include VIPs. It will include people who bring wisdom. It is a time where you will democratize your thought process with intellect set of people as well. So that's another good shift in the month of June for you. Then in July, you will see good career gains in your life because Sun is now coming into your 11th house, especially any kind of financial gains from international connections, international collaborations is a strong possibility. Your professional reputation should also increase during this period, but more importantly, from a family and friends circle where people are going to give you that fame that you crave for. So, positive bit, people from an import export industry perspective should see their luck shine during this time. Then comes the month of August, where a foreign connection is going to be very helpful. Venus is in your 12th house. Sun will also be coming into its own house later. This is a time where you are going to find pleasure, you are going to find happiness, satisfaction in solitude. You will have limited number of relationships, but closed knit relationships with whom you can express anything and everything that you want during this phase. It is also giving a promise and indication for some of you for traveling abroad, a beautiful, luxurious journey coming into picture, maybe with your family members as well, from a far away distance perspective. Then comes the month of September, where your personal genius is going to be on the rise because Mercury is getting exalted in your first house, in your Lagna, if you're watching from a rising perspective, guys. This is a time where I anticipate, Virgos, you are going to be at the brink of your intelligent, razor sharp focus, very strong communication skills. It is all going to be about myself because you are going to do what you deem most suitable for yourself at this period. You will find no issues in terms of navigating and solving any kind of problems coming in your life. Yes, you will have to be watchful in terms of your communication towards your partners, but I think from a personal craftiness perspective, strong negotiation instincts perspective, you will be extremely confident and articulate in this period of time. Then in the month of October, that's the time where you find your spiritual peace as Jupiter is entering into your 12th house. Well, the shift is happening on 31st, but you can anticipate some of the outcomes trickling in middle of the month itself. Jupiter is going to give you joy in meditation, in letting things go, in donating, doing charitable activities, That is one of the best satisfaction a human being can enjoy. Even animals like to donate, share their stuff with other species too. We've seen that so many times, and it gives such a relaxation feeling to us. So imagine, Virgos, what sort of a shift you can anticipate with Jupiter's entry into your 12th house, your spiritual upliftment, your overall learning about yourself, introspection is going to be at a higher level, and it is only going to add wisdom towards yourself. Then comes the month of November, which brings some tremendous amount of financial clarity because Mercury is becoming direct. He is going in retrogression 3 times in 2026. So we've done a detailed insight on that in our larger 2026 predictions video. It's a very detailed video that I've released for you guys, Virgos, a couple of weeks back. I'll request you to search on my channel and you'll find the details if you haven't. But this is a time where there will be absolute clarity coming in your life with respect to money, and any kind of illusions, any kind of confusions as to where your interest should be and how you should be moving your financial matters is going to be getting resolved. Last but not the least, the month of December is going to be all about creative explosion because Rahu is now entering into your 5th house. This is going to be a period where you are going to make unconventional shifts. You are going to make unconventional creative ideas. Genius creative ideas are going to come into picture for the initiatives, for the projects that you want to embark upon. This is also going to be a period that brings some sort of speculative financial gains for you. So financial high is indicated at the fag end of the year as well. You are starting the year with a good start, with a bang, and you are going to be ending the year with a bang as well. I hope this 2026 indication is fruitful for you. Libras, 2026 is the year for career glory for you folks. Well, you start the month of January with victory around property matters. First and foremost, Mars is coming into exaltation in the 4th house for you folks. And this gives a very strong indication that you should be able to overcome any kind of dispute, loans, litigations, problems if you are undergoing with respect to property matters. Otherwise, it also gives the possibility of completing any kind of major renovation initiatives, buying a new property if that has been on top of your mind, or even a movable, immovable asset, some sort of a development in terms of a new vehicle purchase, new leasing of a vehicle. All those possibilities do come into the picture in the month of January itself for you Libras. Into the month of February, you are going to find creative solutions against your problems because Sun is going to be coming into your 5th house. Now, Sun is a planet that finds its debilitation in your 1st house, but he is your 11th lord. He is the lord of gains for you. So his placement into the 5th house, which is a natural Kal Purush chart placement, is not a bad one because you should be able to find some solutions, brilliant solutions to the problems related to your children, towards any kind of projects that you are undertaking. Financial gains are especially seen with respect to speculative investments, some windfall gains coming in those matters, or you meeting your desired partner, a romantic partner during the course of this period is also possible. Then, as you move further in the month of March, you are going to find victory over debt because Venus is coming into exaltation in your 6th house. And that is where you will find that you should be able to navigate those matters of financial discipline so that you can address those mortgage, that loan that you have undertaken, and get debt free, or at least have a roadmap to become debt free in the near future. You are going to navigate your health related matters. Venus is Sanjeevani. So you are going to bring your health related matters under your control. You are going to fix issues with respect to any kind of chronic problems like diabetes, blood pressure, etc. during this period. From a relationship perspective also, I see some sort of a victory, some sort of an improvement coming into picture if that is what you anticipate or plan to do. In the month of April, you will see power coming in your partnerships. Sun is becoming exalted in your 7th house, and Sun is the lord of your 11th, which means that there is going to be a lot of power. There is going to be a lot of belief when you are going to be working in collaboration. I had alluded earlier that It can bring in new relationships as well in the month of February. So you will feel a lot more confident, lifted up when you are in association with a new person. Now, this can be both from a personal as well as professional collaboration standpoint. That depends on your life situation. But April is giving a promise that there will be tremendous amount of confidence. Keep control of your ego, but you will feel socially acceptable, socially received as well with your initiative in collaboration with someone. In the month of May, there could be some sudden, unanticipated, unexpected gains coming into your life because the 11th Lord is moving into the 8th house. It is the house of transformation. It is the house of joint partnerships, joint assets with your partners. And therefore, some sort of unexpected support may be coming in through your in laws, may be coming in the form of inheritance, any kind of lottery ticket winning, gambling, speculative activities working out in your favor. That sort of an indication is highly probable. You are going to only expand on your knowledge and understanding during the month of May. In the month of June, this is the time of career crown because Jupiter is coming into its exaltation in the 10th house for you. Jupiter in the Kendra is a very strong placement to be in, guys. And when you find this thing, you will see that there will be a philanthropic sort of mindset in you. You would want to put in karma for the larger good, for the larger social circle, for the community for that matter. But it is going to reward you in your own job, for your own satisfaction, for your own family. Your peace of mind is going to only increase from here. Jupiter's present in the Kendra houses also gives a promise of good benediction coming in a person's life. So another positive shift, career expansion, recognition in career, good karmas coming into play. Social recognition and social acceptance being on the high is going to be prominent in the month of June onwards. I'm sorry. The month of July, though, is talking about workplace success again because now Sun will be transiting into your 10th house, and Sun is that authoritative figure that gets directional strength. You are going to depict that authority in your behavior. You are going to bring that belief system, that leadership behavior in whatever you are doing. You are going to be confident towards your karmas and you know that what is the rightful duty from your end. And therefore, July is promising a shift from your side in initiating new things, in initiating new activities that bring some sort of a material gain or working towards the desires that have had deep down inside you. The month of August, though, is giving a fulfillment of those gains because now Sun will be pivoting into your 11th house. It is going to be coming into the house of gains. He is the Lord of your 11th house itself. So it is going to be in the most comfortable situation that you can imagine for yourself, guys. This is where your network, your social circle is going to expand. There is going to be a larger acceptance of your deeds as well. All the hard work that you've put in, well, this is the time in the month of August where you should be able to materialize those gains as well. I anticipate some sort of a positive development coming in for your elder siblings as well during this course. In the month of September, though, things are going to become more prominent from an outside, far away world perspective because Mercury is getting exalted in your 12th house. This is promising success in foreign lands. People who are operating in foreign lands, people who are working in multinational corporations, if you are working on import and export sort of initiatives, these are the areas where you are going to find some success. But remember, guys, this is also a time where spiritual upliftment can come into picture. You might be operating at your best when working in isolation during this period. So September period is giving an indication that your sharp thinking will be when you go back into a shell, think inside the box within a room and then come out and express yourself so that you can beat your competition to the result. The month of October is though about social expansion because now Jupiter is entering into your 11th house in the sign of Leo, folks. You have to remember that this shift is happening on the last day of the month, but I've still called out as the highlight of the month because a couple of weeks in advance, you are going to see the impact of that Atichari Jupiter movement into your 11th house. Things that were cold in your career, things that were very hard in terms of your cash management, they are now going to see a positive shift for you. You are going to leverage your network. You are going to put in additional amount of effort towards your fulfillment because he's your third lord as well. And the important bit is your partnership, your romance, your growth is going to see tremendous amount of trigger during this shift of Jupiter. In the month of November, you will have a personal reset of sorts because Venus becomes direct. He is going to be retrograded for 40 days. We've done a detailed video for 2026 predictions, capturing the progress quarter over quarter, where I've given some key highlights. But this is going to be the time where you will understand that what do you exactly want for life. There is going to be a post introspection outcome which is going to help you end the crisis that you could have faced before that period. And there is going to be an effort towards your self improvement, your presentation, your expression coming to the market. There is going to be an empathy from your side towards the outer world, and it is going to be received pretty positively as well. Last but not the least, the month of December is about domestic happiness. This is a time where Rahu enters the fourth house. So, all that magnanimity, all that expansion, that big thinking, those big assets, big purchases, big spending coming into play from your fourth house perspective, because now things get exciting there. You want to furnish your house, you want to bring in foreign articles, you want to bring in something decorative, which is not, very much of you. It is something outside of your taste. You would want to add a different flavor to your life. You would want to add to your assets. You are going to grow your wealth. And December is giving an indication because now Rahu and Ketu will be in your 4 and 10 axis from 2026. Now, Scorpios, for 2026, it's going to be the year where divine luck intervention is going to come into picture. You start the month of January through your courage and communication in your willpower, because Mars is coming into exaltation in your third house. You will have the ability, the strength, the stamina to win through your negotiation skills, through your communication skills, both from a written as well as oral communication perspective. Your willpower to accomplish things, to achieve your goals, will be at its peak because it is your Lagna Lord which is coming into exaltation. It will be hard for people to beat you in debatable situations. You will be able to overcome those scenarios effortlessly. And the best part is that you will not be shying away from taking any problems, any obstacles head on. Then comes the month of February, where the focus is going to be towards domestic matters. This is a time when Sun is going to be moving into your fourth house. While you are going to take charge, your soul energy is going to take charge of home related matters. You are going to fix any kind of lingering issues that have been bothering for a while. He is your 10th Lord as well. So his placement into the fourth also indicates some sort of a balance that you would want to strike from a work, career, and life perspective. Walk into the month of March and you will find that Venus is coming into exaltation in your fifth house. Absolute romantic bliss, absolute, expansion when it comes with respect to your new love affair matters. Your romantic life in general is going to see a peak during this period. This is also going to be a timeline where you are going to give good substantial amount of time towards your children. You are going to work towards their emotional and physical well-being as well. This is a time where speculative gains are giving a good solid promise of growth in your life, and your investments will be working magic for you. Venus is giving a multiplier effect from partnership perspective because there could be some substantial gains coming in either for your spouse or in your business initiatives in partnerships that you are working with. There is going to be good social respect and fame as well that you can anticipate in the month of March. When you move further in the month of April, it is going to be all about victory at work. There is going to be a rigor as Sun is now sitting in its exaltation in your sixth house. Your 10th Lord exalted in the sixth is giving a very strong promise that Scorpios, you will be able to crush your enemies. You will be able to outshine everyone in terms of competition. If you are appearing in a competitive examination, in a competitive scenario at your workplace or from your business enterprise perspective, your karma is going to get the limelight. You are going to work towards your vitality, improving your health situations, working putting in your initiative towards addressing any kind of litigation situations or loans that are on you, addressing them head on. Once you move towards the month of May, well, this is going to be a time of unstoppable routine for you because Mars is coming into the sixth house in the sign of Aries. Now, this is a great position because not only Sun had set the tone of the things for you in the month of April, now there is going to be tremendous amount of energy, discipline, unmatched routine, regimen coming in your life that helps you conquer the obstacles that you face. This is a time where you will be taking measures towards fixing your health related matters. I see most prominent impact coming in addressing your financial concerns, loans, any kind of that you have on your head. You should be able to head on take that on yourself and address them. Now, as you move towards the month of June, and you can see a smile on my face, the explosion of luck comes into picture because now Jupiter is exalted in your ninth house. Guys, this is the time where you can anticipate some sort of divine grace coming in your life. Everything you touch hopefully will turn gold. This is the best time for you to take new travel initiatives. It's going to be a prominent period where you are going to get support from your bosses, leaders, superiors, your teachers, gurus, mentors, from the astrology maybe. You are going to get good guidance in terms of the right path that you have to embark upon. There is going to be an enlightenment from a spirituality standpoint as well. Overall, what you will find is that your financial matters and your creative pursuits, second and fifth, and these are important portfolios of fame, family, wealth, money, income, and fortune, all working together in tandem. That period starts from 2nd of June onwards. As you trickle towards the month of July, this is going to be all about the luck. Again, expanding in terms of your career, in terms of your karma, because Sun will now be entering into your ninth house. Once Sun enters here, there could be chances of promotions coming into picture. There could be a possibility of your bosses favoring you, your mentors giving you the right guidance towards success. It's a Raj Yuga in place because the 10th Lord, though it is 12th to itself, but it is still a very prominent Kendra and Trine connection, and it is giving a strong promise in terms of journeys. There could be a lot of travel that could be involved related to work, long distance journeys coming into picture, but they will all be very prosperous and positive ones. And Jupiter remains exalted in this position. You move further into the month of August. Now you are coming in the spotlight. Not only the favors that you are getting the support of the luck that you are getting in your life. Sun's transit into the 10th house in its own sign, getting that directional strength there is going to put all the limelight on you. You can expect to be recognized by your leadership. You can expect, showcasing confidence, leadership, authority in your actions, in your work, in your decision making. You are going to get fine support from your subordinates as well during this period. So, a very promising period with a shift of your 10th Lord into the 10th house itself. Now, guys, we've done a very detailed video on 2026 predictions couple of weeks back. If you've not had a chance to watch that video for Scorpios, I'll highly recommend you guys to please go ahead and check that out because it will give you lots of clarity. In this one, we are just doing snapshot positive predictions, one for each month. As you move further into the month of September, you will find that network will now be working in terms of materializing gains for you guys. Mercury is coming into exaltation in your 11th house. There's a very strong possibility that you will negotiate profitable deals for yourself. That one objective that you had in mind will get accomplished. Those financial gains that you are chasing, maybe with support of your network, your friend circle, your social circle, is going to get materialized for you. Your wish fulfillment should be at its peak during this period when Mercury is in exaltation in your 11th house. As you move towards the month of October, the biggest shift that I wanted to call out is that of Jupiter, albeit it is happening on the last day of the month, but the effects I anticipate should start coming in a couple of weeks in advance itself, which means that this is a time when Jupiter enters your 10th house. That wisdom, clarity, mentorship, guidance, leadership behavior with which you can consult others, you can guide others, mentor others is going to be coming into picture. Your wisdom is not only going to get recognition, but it is going to get acceptance. When you are going to tell someone to operate in a certain fashion, people will listen into you. If you're a student, people are going to listen to your thesis, to your ideas. At your workplace, in your business, your clients, your colleagues are going to adopt those new ways of working, those ideas in the modern era of technology that you can bring to the table, Scorpios. As you move further into the month of November, you find that career is further in action. It is all about action this year, 2026, where Mars is entering now into the 10th house. I wouldn't be surprised with this bang bang behavior starting right from the month of June in terms of luck materializing, your actions working out in the right fashion, that you see further rewards. Mars is again getting its directional strength in the 10th house itself. You are bound to get into leadership roles. You are bound to take authoritative responsibilities through the course of 2026. And if it does not happen, November is going to be a period that should be able to award you, reward you in this sphere. And then comes the most important shift of the year, that in December, the last part of the month, where you find that courage stepping in with that Rahu entering into your third house in the sign of Capricorn. Well, Rahu's presence in the third is like Lakshmi. You are going to come across like a marketing genius. You are going to come across exorbitant with your willpower, with your courage. Rahu has nothing under his neck. So he has no idea as to what appetite is, what is the kind of ambition that he can carry. And that is going to be, fabulous for you folks, Scorpios, because now this Rahu shift is going to push you towards taking some of the most important decisions, some of the most crazy ideas that you would want to work towards. You are going to bring your marketing genius, your communication, oral and written, to the larger world, your social media activities on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, etc., at its zilt. Overall, 2026 does give some very promising indications for Sagittarius. 2026 is the year of the hidden treasure. Well, you start the month of January 2026 with a financial surge as Mars is coming into exaltation in your second house. There is going to be some sort of aggressive financial pay, some kind of aggressive financial moves that you might make, which might pay off, and therefore you see it reflecting in your bank balance growth in the form of the income coming into your life. There's also a possibility that this could happen because of the career shift, the pivot in terms of a new job, work related opportunity, or some sort of a promotion, growth, money that you can anticipate coming in your life. Otherwise, as well, this is also indicating a sharp rise in terms of activities happening from a family front perspective. Your sweet tooth is definitely going to see an increase in the month of January for sure, Sagittarius. When you move towards the month of February, you are going to realize that this is going to be a time where you are going to find victories through your communication, through your courage, through your willpower, because Sun is now coming into your third house. This is the time where your marketing skills, your presentation ability is going to see success no bounds. You will be brilliant when it comes to displaying your willpower, your courage in terms of taking new initiatives. Maybe travel both to a short and a long distance journey is highly probable for you folks at this point in time. Remember, Sun happens to be your ninth lord, so he is giving an aspect back to its own house, and success coming in your life with the blessings of luck, with elders, with superiors is highly probable. March is the time where you will be focused towards domestic luxury as Venus is getting exalted in your fourth house at this point in time. This is a time where you might be treating your home like a palace. You could be fulfilling it with all sorts of amenities that you can afford, that you can bring for the comfort of your family members. Your emotional stability, your inner peace of mind, your quality time spent with your family members, your relationship with your mother's health overall could also see a rise during this time. So it all in all, it gives a very strong positive indications towards good asset improvement, your property prices for that matter, or the asset in general that you have in your net worth control could see a rise during this period. It is a happy period coming in across with the exaltation of Venus in your fourth house. In the month of April, you will find recognition of sorts thanks to your creative pursuits coming in your life, because now Sun is coming into exaltation in your fifth house. He is your ninth lord coming into exaltation in your fifth. And this is brilliant because long distance, foreign journeys, far away travel, going to outer places is going to be prominent. This is going to be a time you are going to be fortunate with speculative investments, with stock market trading, with cryptocurrencies sort of activities as well. So all of that is giving a very sound promise with respect to the financial gains coming in. But more importantly, you are going to show sharp intelligence. You are going to almost feel that no matter what you do, it turns out right, because luck is coupled with the creative pursuits that you are bringing to the table. So sun's promise looks very great here. It's good time for education as well as for children and your romantic pursuits. You will find coming into a new connection that might work out for a longer duration this time around if you are a single person seeking that relationship in your life. May is the month, however, where you will be going about doing financial strategic planning. This is a time when Mars is sitting exalted in the sixth house for you folks. And I shouldn't be saying exalted, it is in its own sign for that matter. Now, this is the time where you are going to be cutthroat with your discipline, with your energy, with your day to day regimen. And I said strategic financial planning, which means that this is the time where you should be able to defeat your enemies, overcome the obstacles coming in your way. If you are, loaded on any kind of loans, financial matters, you should be able to address them. Frugality is going to be crucial here for you, and you will remain frugal. You are going to be very, deceptive in terms of where and what you need to spend. At the same time, any kind of nuances that your enemies, that your unknown enemies, not in front of you, are trying to brew against you, you will have the answer to each of those elements, each of those initiatives from the other side. So you will be able to spar against them with power. June, on the other side, brings that extraordinary financial miracle that we were hoping for, because it's your Lagna Lord, your Rashi Lord, if you're watching from a Sagittarius moon sign perspective, Jupiter, that is getting exalted, albeit in the eighth house. Now, eighth house is about sudden financial gains, and that is why I said this is a time of financial miracle when you least anticipate that. It's a Vipreet Raj Yoga coming into picture, because there could be a windfall gain either because of some sort of an investment, some sort of a karma, effort, initiative that you could have put in long back that might come into fruition now. Or there could be a substantial shift coming in, gains coming in with respect to property related matters, with respect to money expansion from your own assets. When you least anticipate, it works out for you. This is also going to be a brilliant time for you. In fact, right from this period until Jupiter is in exaltation for the next 4-5 months, you will see that positive benediction in terms of learning new knowledge also getting imbibed in you. So that's a brilliant start of the second half of the year for you. July is the month where I will double down on that research related success, because now Sun is also coming into the eighth house. Yes, he is the ninth lord, 12th to itself, but after all, he is a pious planet. He is a blessed planet in your case. And his shift into the ninth house is going to give an indication that you are going to uncover some sort of secrets in your life. You are going to be empowered with some sort of a connection, a powerful connection with powerful entities in and around your social circle. There is also a possibility that you find some truth about yourself, about your work, about your family members, which gives you all the more power in terms of negotiation skills. These two planets are giving an aspect towards your second house, so please be mindful of that particular bit. Now, as you move further, you will notice that Sun will transit into the ninth house in the month of August, and that is why I said August is the period which is going to bring lucky returns to your life. Your ninth lord is coming into the ninth house. Your faith will be restored. Your principles are going to be backed up with outcomes. You are going to remain confident. There is going to be, generous amount of support coming in from your gurus, your mentors, your teachers, your guides, your bosses, your superiors. Long distance travels could be very fruitful during this period as well. At the same time, this period is indicating some sort of a pilgrimage, some sort of a travel to a place of worship where you find your inner peace as well. So that bit is also indicated in the month of August. As you move towards September, this is the time where career peak is going to hit. Of course, Sun is making a transit, but more importantly, Mercury is going to come into exaltation in the 10th house for you folks in the month of September. new contracts, new job opportunities that boost up your career. That promotion letter that you have to sign, getting an agreement on the increment that you can anticipate, new business deal working out in fruition, a college admission that is working in the right direction because it's Mercury. It is about your intelligence. You will be razor sharp in your communication at your workplace, in whomsoever you are dealing in the public sphere. People are going to find your way of articulation, your way of communication extremely meticulous, razor sharp for that matter. So it's a good period in terms of getting that peak. Mercury is getting directional strength as well, apart from being exalted. So you can imagine the kind of impact, especially if you are in a public role, in a sales role, in a public speaking sort of role, like a politician, like in expression of arts of some sorts. Good positive connections happening in there. In the month of October, Jupiter, though on the last day, but I've still counted that as the one positive blessing for the month of October, where Jupiter enters the sign of Leo into your ninth house. The planet, the Lagna Lord, which is like ruler of the ninth house from a Kalpurus chart perspective, almost like enters its own house. It is getting entwined to itself as well for that matter. So it's a great placement, because now you will also see that not only the hidden, unexpected benediction that was coming to your life is now out in the open. You will find yourself acceptability from a larger world perspective. There will be true support of leadership. There will be out, open, vocal support from your teachers, mentors, gurus, bosses, superiors, customers for that matter will be vouching for you, Sagittarius, during this point in time. So, fabulous period in terms of now getting that benediction also working out in a positive fashion. And then comes the period of November where networking will be at the top of the game for you. It is going to be the biggest action because Mars also enters the ninth house for you. You are going to put together that energy, that hard work, coupled with your belief system, your principles, and the luck factor that you're carrying with yourself. This is going to be a time where you are going to take things to action, to the people who support you, or get support and translate that into the work from the people that you are getting the support. There is going to be journeys. You are going to be busy in terms of traveling during the month of November. There is a high probability that some sort of a far distance foreign travel could also come into picture. Last but not the least, the month of December is now giving sort of financial hunger. And I use the word hunger because it's the shift of Rahu into your second house. Rahu is entering the sign of Capricorn, and this is the time where you are going to hunt open or find new unconventional sources of income. New streams is what you are going to be targeting during this point of time. You would be looking forward to find, those methodical gains in a strategic fashion. Shortcuts could become part and parcel to a certain extent in terms of your money making schemes. I will not read it negatively because Jupiter is still placed in your ninth house. So December is giving an indication that you are going to find some sort of a get rich fast scheme for that matter. All in all, a very promising 2026 Sagittarius for that matter. We've done a detailed video as well last week. I'll recommend you guys to check that out as well, where we've talked at length both the positives as well as negatives from a quarterly shift perspective. Capricorns, 2026 is the year of partnerships for you guys. Well, you will start the month of January with personal power as Mars is going to come into exaltation in your first house itself, in your Lagna, in your Rashi, if you're watching from Capricorn moon sign perspective. Well, first and foremost, you are going to feel almost invincible from a physical efforts perspective. You are going to be working with a rigor. You are going to take up initiatives that you can take head on, that you can address head on. Taking up physical activities, hitting the gym, doing some kind of action oriented work is going to be the theme at the start of the year itself. There's a very strong possibility that you might be starting on some sort of a new personal project as well during this period of the year, at the start of the year itself. The important bit is that you will not be denying any kind of initiatives. There is no such thing that you will be turning down. You will be full of energy at this point in time. And the important bit is this is the Lord of gains as well for you. He is the 11th Lord, which means that material gains, materialization, financial gains working out for you, your desire and wish fulfillment coming into picture in a big bang way is anticipated at this point in time as Mars is exalted. Then comes the month of February, which is going to be like a period of financial authority because now Sun will be transiting into your second house. Now, Sun happens to be the eighth lord, but it is still giving an aspect to its own house. And this is a time he denotes your sole purpose, your willpower, your in your vitality for that matter, and all of that will be focused towards taking control of family matters, towards addressing any kind of financial affairs from a family perspective. You are going to take charge, take lead based on the initiatives that you had set at the start of the year. Address those financial issues head on by yourself. Be watchful on the egotistical communication, though that is a warning I've given in the detailed video, guys. We've done a very detailed video on 2026 predictions. If you've not had a chance, go ahead and check that out. It was released a couple of weeks back on the channel itself. Then comes the month of March, where you find Venus getting exalted in your third house. Now, this is a time of creative expression, strong communication, being empathetic towards people, beautiful and articulate with your words, winning winning the hearts of the people with your words, with your expression as such. You are not only going to be meticulous in the way you articulate your written and your oral communication, but you will also be coming across strong in terms of empathizing from a market perspective, from a social media networking perspective, media and communications perspective, creative ideation perspective, relationship efforts where you've got to show your willpower, your effort. You are going to leave no stone unturned in terms of fixing matters in those areas. As you move towards the month of April, it is going to be about domestic joy. One thing is for sure, Sun is coming into exaltation here in your fourth house. And it's not at all a bad thing because this is talking about your expansion of peace of mind. This is the time where you could be acting like the king or the queen of the castle for that matter. It's a time where you will find financial abundance, growth of your assets, purchase of property of some sorts, vehicle of some sorts that adds to your status, that gives you that regal, that royal feeling within your vicinity or just for your satisfaction. You are not looking forward to show off anything to anybody else, but it is your self-accomplishment. It is your self-belief, self-satisfaction, which is going to be mattering the most to you at this point in time. In fact, you will also be able to figure out a striking balance between career and home during this period. You will get respect from your family members. A lot of rise is promised for your emotional stability as well as towards your mother, her health, her relationship with you. Her overall personality might also shine during this period. Capricorns, in the month of April. As you move towards the month of May, this is the time when Mars is coming into the fourth house. Now, usually one would not see much of an action from that perspective. It is seen from a negative light. But there is a domestic action, and I wanted to tie the dots here. Many of you might embark on some serious investment growth on what Sun does in a fourth house perspective in the month of April. And Mars' presence here would indicate, because he's coming into its own sign, it is coming and forming that Vochak Yoga in a Kendra house. And therefore, there's a strong possibility that you will take actions with respect to your property related matters. Some sort of renovation activities, that growth in asset might get invested now into what you want to do. You will fix matters with respect to property as such during this period. High chance that many of you could embark upon buying new vehicles as well. So maybe a property purchase followed by a vehicle purchase for that matter. Of course, not for everyone. People are going to ping and say, Dave, come on, you're helping us build castles in the air. But yes, you have those possibilities, positive possibilities coming in the month of May from this regard. However, June is the time where you find that perfect partnership coming into play. Jupiter is now coming into exaltation in your seventh house, forming that strong Hamsa Yoga. There's a very strong possibility, Capricorn, you could be able to attract a very noble, pious, benevolent, kind partner, a spouse or a business partner for that matter. I see for many Capricorns, marriages are on the cards starting right from June period all the way till October. So it's a fabulous period from that perspective. If you are in a relationship and trying to materialize something, This is going to be the right timeline. Of course, it has to be supported with your natal dashantra dasha as well. But Jupiter is giving a promise of growth in partnerships. There is a possibility that your business initiatives that you've embarked upon, they can also see some positive light during this time. By the way, this period will continue whilst in the month of July, you will see that Sun has also come into the sign of Cancer in your seventh house itself. So there is going to be more light in that house. There is going to be an illumination of sorts. He is the eighth lord, but we're talking about positive implications coming into picture. And therefore, I anticipate some sort of success coming in towards your partnerships, towards your partner. And that will bring joy to you as well. It could be a sudden promotion coming to your partner. It could be a sudden new, windfall gain in your business partnership that brings happiness to both of you in that collaboration. As you move towards the month of August, you can anticipate with the shift of the eighth lord in the eighth house, those sudden gains coming into fruition, which is what I was alluding to earlier. This is the time of expanding your joint finances. This is the time of some kind of an event happening at your in laws' place. If you are a married person, it could reflect in terms of growth of your in laws as well. It is also a time where some of you might forge very strong connections with powerful people in your society. It could be a period where you immerse yourself in learning, or speculative gains could also work in your favor. So some sort of financial activity is definitely seemingly there happening on the cards. But September is the time where there is luck with wisdom, as Mercury is coming into exaltation in the ninth house. Now, this is a time where your meticulous, razor sharp behavior, your ability to communicate, to negotiate well, to deal with others who are in powerful positions, maybe your superior or bosses, where you can negotiate that increment with your customer, where you can sweeten that deal in terms of the margins that you want to drive for your business, or maybe something related to higher education, for foreign travel, or legal matters as such that can come into picture, which falls in your favor. So you could find support on those avenues as well. But the most important thing is you will be seen as bright, positive, comic, happy-go-lucky person with the people who are above you. So that benediction coming in from people is highly probable. Legal success, because it's the sixth lord getting exalted in the ninth house. Now, as you move further, you see October is the time of doubling down on that financial legacy. At the last part of the month, Jupiter is moving into the sign of Leo in your eighth house. However, I anticipate because of this Atichari movement, some bit of that impact might start showing in earlier in the month of October itself, where you could end up securing financial inheritance, some sort of insurance money, investments that you had put in for a long period of time, materializing successfully in your favor. It is a Viparit Raj Yoga which is coming into picture, and therefore I anticipate good fortune, financial legacy, more important, as I said earlier, inheritance working out for you. Great time for you to enhance your knowledge as well. Brilliant time from that perspective. November, however, is a period that is going to give you absolute clarity with respect to your career. Mercury is finally turning direct. Remember, Mercury is getting retrograded 3 times this year, as I had called out in my last detailed 2026 predictions video as well. So him turning direct is indicating that now there wouldn't be any confusions of sorts that you have potentially had with respect to your career ambitions, with respect to your karma, with respect to how you need to act in front of people, in social circles, in the marketplace, outside of your home. And you end the year with the month of December with reinvention of sorts of the personal spirit when Rahu enters your first house. Guys, as I've been saying this for Aquarius earlier, Capricorns, this is going to be the period where you are going to transform yourself. You might get a new look, new haircut, new hairdo with that, color, those highlights, or maybe something shifts in terms of your communication, your personality. Adoption of technology becomes more prominent. Some way or the other, you are going to shock the world with a renewed amount of confidence in you. It is going to be obsessive confidence. It is going to be about self, but I definitely see personal reinvention coming into the lives of Capricorns in December with the shift of Rahu. Aquarius, 2026 is the year of invincibility. Well, why do I say that? When you start the year with the month of January, it is going to bring some sort of success through foreign connections as Mars gets exalted in your 12th house. And therefore, people who are working in a foreign land, if you are planning to make any kind of sale, purchase of property in that space, people who are working in the sectors of import or export, people who are working in job or businesses that are requiring them to be in isolation, to be in research oriented works or in medicine industry, or for that matter, if your education, etc., especially your higher degree education is happening in a faraway place, you finding success, some good news, some positive outcome is highly promised in that area. That is the biggest highlight for the month of January for you folks. Most of the other planets will be making that shift, but Mars is giving that solid indication for you folks from that perspective. Then, as you move further, you see that February is a month where Sun is coming into your first house. This is the time where you will find yourself in a personal spotlight. Your confidence, your self belief, your authoritative mindset, your charisma is going to be at its peak. This is going to be the time where the world sees you. You are going to be attracting limelight. This is also a period where your partner, your spouse, your second half of the world, which is in front of you, they will be coming and rejoicing for you, cheering for you. So there is going to be a lot of attention coming in, things with respect to partnership working in your favor for that matter. As you move further into the month of March, this is the time where I anticipate that Aquarius, that some sort of financial jackpot of sorts come into play because Venus is coming into the sign of exaltation in your second house. It's a time where a good inflow of cash is indicated from beautiful sources. It could be through your relationships, it could be art items, some sort of a luxury product purchase, some sort of a luxury gift coming into your life. But more importantly, this house indicates your bank balances, your wealth creation for that matter. And there is going to be wealth creation of sorts. Venus's exaltation also indicates welcoming of or expansion of new family members, which means progeny, getting married, getting connections with respect to uh, closer bonding is going to come into picture for Aquarius during this period. As you move into the month of April, you will find victory of sorts coming in with your own courage because Sun is coming into its exaltation in your third house. This is a time where you are going to be brimming with willpower, with self belief, with courage to take your ideas action. It will be hard to beat you in debates. Your written and oral communication will be at its zilt. Your ideas that you are trying to share through large networks, through social media, through Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn sort of mechanisms, through campaigns from a marketing standpoint for your business, for your initiatives, all of that seems to be taking a very positive pivot and shift in your life. You will have the courage to take actions against what you've been desiring to do, probably in partnership with your spouse, with your collaborators as well. For many of you, this could also be a chance of taking initiatives towards finding the right life partner because your seventh lord is sitting exalted 9 places away from itself in the third house. As you move towards the month of May, it is going to be taking further action towards that courage that you've been showcasing because now Mars is entering into your third house and he is also coming into its own sign. Now, not only there will be courage in your speech, but that will be depicted in your execution. You are not going to be scared of any ideas failing at this point in time. Fear is the last thing that is going to bother because Mars, that too in its own sign in the third house, is a very aggressive and strong combination at play. This is also a period where you are going to execute actions, especially related to social media initiatives. Many of you might be embarking upon new side hustle related to media related work, related to journalism, publishing your ideas to the larger sphere, and travel, especially short distance travel, will become extremely prominent at this point in time. As you enter the month of June, It's going to be the time of overcoming your enemies, finding victories with your own wisdom, with your own knack, because Jupiter is coming into exaltation in your sixth house. Now, Jupiter in sixth, not the most prominent position, but an exalted planet in the sixth. Well, he can also do wonders because your enemies will not be able to touch you. Why do I say that? Because you will now have the wisdom, the knowledge. Have you ever seen somebody who has a lot of understanding? If I think about Neil deGrasse Tyson, then I it's very hard for me to challenge him on his knowledge about astronomy, about physics, and stuff like that. And I'm so sorry, I should be not giving out names of public celebrities out on the channel. But the point I'm trying to make is that when you are filled with knowledge, it becomes a weapon for you. And it is very hard for less knowledgeable people to challenge your information or what you are bringing to the table. It is also going to be a crucial period for you to overcome or cure any kind of illness. You could win legal situations, legal complications with your own wit, with your own information that you will be able to gather. Important bit is addressing the financial matters head on is going to be the key part starting June onwards. So that exaltation of Jupiter is a positive bit coming in the month of June. As you move further in the month of July, you find Sun also coming into your sixth house, and therefore workplace leadership, your daily schedule rhythm coming into picture is becoming prominent here, because you are going to come across as the most prominent person, be it with respect to work, be it respect to any kind of competitive situations. When I'm saying competitive situations, your ability to clear up any kind of competitive examinations, any kind of competitive bid scenarios for your business or in your job as well, getting that respect from your peers, from your people at network. This is going to be a time where your subordinates are going to be supporting you to achieve your goals, targets, objectives. You are going to be pretty smart, bang on in terms of your matters related to health. Vitality, for that matter, is going to be at a better situation. And most importantly, I think you will be able to set a rhythm towards your day to day schedule. You will be very disciplined during the course of this period. In the month of August, partnership becomes the focus, because now Sun is coming into its own sign, into its own house in the seventh house placement itself. And whilst Sun is in its own sign, Sun in the seventh is a naturally debilitated position, which is not a bad thing. And that is why I've considered that as a positive here, because you are going to bring a certain level of submission, certain level of humility that brings closeness, bonding in your relationships. It brings a lot more clarity because Sun is the light. So you will feel that the collaboration that you are having in your partnerships with your spouse is bringing good growth and momentum to that relationship as well as towards yourself. The next month is where September you find Mercury's exaltation in your eighth house. Eighth lord exalted in its own sign, in its own house, is definitely indicating that you, out of nowhere, you will find a solution to a very complex issue, something that has been transformative in your life. You are going to find a fix towards that. Your interest, your income could come in the form of some sort of an inheritance or a tax matter getting resolved in your favor. You can get some sort of a relief from the government as well, because remember, Sun will also be entering into the sign of Virgo in your eighth house in this month itself. It's also possible that unexpected windfall gains are coming through your speculative investments, because Mercury is sitting right now here. And this is crucial because some of you might take the gambling part. I'm never a proponent of it, guys, so please don't quote me anywhere and don't even take that as an advice. But yes, I'm aware people do gamble, get into speculative situations in terms of stock market trading, options trading, and stuff. And those kind of scenarios can bring positive growth opportunities for or success for you. It's going to be a decent period from your health perspective as well. The next month is about expansion in your partnerships, as though in the last part of October, but Jupiter will enter into your seventh house in the sign of Leo. And you can anticipate some bit of those positive elements, positive results coming into your life, because he happens to be entering into the into the seventh house, being the lord of your 11th. So, wish fulfillment of some sort in business partnerships, in relationships is definitely indicated here. New business contact, growth in business segment is a strong possibility. You have to also understand the bit that he is the lord of wish fulfillment, and therefore, you finding a desirable partner from here on, as long as Jupiter is in the sign of Leo, marriage prospects also become quite prominent for the Aquarius folks. Then, as you move further in the month of November, you have the drive in partnership because Mars is also entering into the seventh. So, yes, it can be dangerous, but it can be positive as well because both Jupiter and especially for my female audience here, there could be a lot of passion and energy that can bring in with a new romantic partner. You might be able to choose, decide, discover the right spouse, right husband for yourself during this period. You should be able to achieve your goals from a business collaboration standpoint. And last but not the least, December is the month that is indicating some sort of positive settlement, shift, movement into the foreign lands because Rahu is entering the sign of Capricorn in your 12th house. There is a possibility many of you might make a shift of residence, move towards a foreign place, get some sort of spiritual liberation in your life during this point in time. And yes, expenses will be on the rise, but there is going to be a new entry of sorts, especially if you've got married before this period. This Rahu's transit is going to indicate a relocation to a foreign place as well. Then you have to understand Rahu's presence in the 12th is going to be especially promising for people who are already living far away from their place of birth, who are in multinational corporations, in import export industries. Those are the areas where you will find success coming in with a shift of Rahu. Pisces, 2026 is the year of creative joy and of sorts for you. You start the month of January with victory through your networks because Mars is coming into exaltation in your 11th house. And that is going to be the biggest highlight for the month of January because this indicates a strong possibility of potential positive gains coming into your life, financial gains coming into your life through your network circle, through a powerful friend that you've been in touch with. Mars happens to be the Lord of Fortune for you, Pisces. He's a Yoga Karaka planet in your case. And therefore, there is a strong indication that you could leverage your connections, you could leverage your luck, your collaboration with your customers, seniors, your bosses, superiors. Their benediction could support you delivering that positive outcome, that financial growth, that new work opportunity coming in your life in the month of January itself. As you move towards the month of February, gains are possible through foreign connection, through foreign collaboration, as Sun is getting into your 12th house. Now, as you look into this period, people who are settled in foreign places, people who are working in import export locations, people who are looking for new work opportunities, again, for a lot of Pisces people, this is going to become extremely crucial. All of those things are coming into picture, and given the fact that Sun is the lord of your 6th house, forming a Viparit Raj Yoga, those new possibilities in terms of success in a competitive landscape, success in terms of competition at a foreign place or with foreign elements in import export scenarios is possible in the month of February. March is a time of personal charisma because Venus, he is a Yoga Karaka for you guys. He gets exalted in your Lagna, in your 1st house, and he is going to be making that transit. This is the time where you would want to look beautiful. You are going to enhance your personality. You will feel loved with the people around you in your relationships. Everybody would feel attracted and drawn towards you. This is also going to be a period where you are going to find a lot of empathy, a lot of stability in your connections, luxurious lifestyle, finding something good for yourself, finding beautiful about yourself is going to become prominent, and you are not going to be leaving any stone unturned when it comes to initiating new things because he is the lord of your 3rd as well. So that enterprising mindset, that taking matters into your own hand and fixing things is going to be the prominent call out in the month of March. As you move towards the month of April, Sun is coming into exaltation in your 2nd house. And that depicts a very strong financial authority coming into picture, which means that you could be probably getting a promotion at your work. Remember, I said sun is your sixth lord. It could be success in terms of your loan related matters that you would have fixed, or your health sees dramatic amount of improvement. But for many of you Pisces, I anticipate some sort of an elevation in terms of your banking wealth, in terms of your financial wealth, in terms of your banking green color that you would want to see, because now you could be able to command a higher fee, a higher salary for the efforts. I see prominent success coming in competitive situations for Pisces during this period. So, students watching this video, it's a high time that you crack open something. But I see, all in all, Pisces, you will be able to put a rock solid regimen for yourself during this point of time. Moving further, May is giving further confidence with respect to that financial drive, as Mars is entering your second house. It is entering your second sign, and it is entering in its own house itself, its own sign itself, being the Lord of the ninth. So, luck factor coming in support with respect to your money, with respect to your family, some good, happy get together, expansion of your wealth, aggressive actions towards or frugality towards retaining your money, or growth of a profitable deal coming your way through the support of your family members is highly probable during this period. Be watchful with respect to your communication. I'm sorry, we are doing 12 positives, but I just cannot stop myself for giving that warning out to you folks. As you move further, June is a brilliant time where at the start of the month itself, that exaltation of Jupiter in your fifth house all the way for the next 4-5 months is coming into picture. And that is the golden blessing that one could ask for. It's going to be a time of pure bliss. You are going to love your time with respect to your own education, expansion of your own knowledge, maybe achieving something prominent in terms of certification, finding some fame and respect from that perspective, good quality time with your children, with your family members, with your romantic partner. If you're looking forward to get into a relationship, this is going to be the point of trigger where you could flourish, get into new connections from a romance perspective as well. But very importantly, you will be highly creative. You will be finding nuggets of solutions to the problems that you are facing, and you will be able to articulate them, materialize them for the right financial gains as well for yourself. Your desires and wish fulfillment will continue to fulfill, but the most important thing is that that bucket of good karma is only going to get added from here on onwards. Into the month of July, this is a time where Sun also enters into your fifth house, and therefore that creative light, because Sun brings that luminary effect into your fifth house, and the Kalpurush started as its own house. So his entry is going to give a promise of some sort of a masterpiece coming out from you, which means, it could be in the form of your educational pursuits, it could be in the form of your work career related perspective, something creative out of the box coming in from your side, which is going to be spectacular, especially for people who are in jobs. I see some grand success in those areas. Remember, Sun is the Lord of the sixth house for you. Romantic partnerships are also seeing positive flourishing period through the course of this period. Moving towards to the month of August, Sun comes to its own sign, to its own house, and this is a time where I think many of you will be able to lead the way. You are going to get support from your subordinates, from the people who are reporting under you. You will be able to assign tasks to people. There will be a substantial improvement of your own health and vitality. You will be taking measures towards your financial regimen, towards your day-to-day discipline in terms of your life. You will be able to find success from a competition standpoint as well. So August is indicating success from a sixth house avenues perspectives. From a September standpoint, this is a time where Mercury comes into exaltation in your seventh house, and therefore partnership is going to find a lot of harmony. There is going to be good bliss, growth, perfect communication of sorts, meticulous communication with your business partners, with your spouse. Now, being too meticulous, being too clever and sharp with your spouse is not a great thing. Again, I'm sorry, I'm coming with a warning here. But as long as you are able to bring truthfulness to it, you will be able to at least convey your thoughts, your ideas to the other party cleverly, smartly, people will receive those ideas. So exaltation is not bad from that perspective. Especially from a larger world perspective, the world is going to see you as very smart in a professional setup in the way you are doing your negotiations, you are doing your business deals. Moving into the month of October, Jupiter is entering into your sixth house. Yes, it's happening on the fag end of the month, but it's a key highlight that I wanted to share for this month. You are going to see some of the impact of it coming in a couple of weeks in advance itself, where you will be of service to others. You will be mentoring, teaching people, guiding, consulting others. You could be acting as a healer as well. So, special success is what I anticipate in the field of healthcare, banking, medical industry, teaching industry for that matter. People who are looking forward to find a solution to resolve a conflict. You will be able to do that with a larger peaceful process. You are not just going to think about yourself, but it's going to be a joint success. A win-win, both win situation is what you are going to create. And then more importantly, people who are trying to find fixes towards healing solution towards any kind of chronic problems, this Jupiter is going to give you a decent support. It's coming into a fiery sign, decent support from that perspective too. Your involvement could be in that direction. After all, it's your Lagna Lord, Rashi Lord, which is doing this. Move towards the month of November, and you will find that your workplace energy is going to be heightened again. Now, Mars is entering into your sixth house. So again, the highlight for the month is we've done a detailed video, guys, a couple of weeks back on 2026 predictions. But in this one, I'm capturing the key highlight for that particular month itself. And here again, your to-do list that you've put in place, that planning and structure that you are bringing with Jupiter and whatever authoritative mindset you had brought with Sun. Now Mars is going to bring head on, bang on execution on a day-to-day basis. You are going to find ways to beat your competition without being brutal, because Jupiter's guidance is also sitting along with the presence of Mars. And then last but not the least, in the month of December, Rahu finally enters your 11th house in the sign of Capricorn. And this is the time, guys, there is going to be an explosion in your network. There is going to be a lot of people who are going to get associated in your life. Explosion of your wealth could also come into picture. New friends, new connections, new initiatives might now start materializing for you, because this Rahu is giving its aspect towards the 7th, 5th and 3rd house, whilst being placed in the 11th house for you. So you are starting the year with a bang. You are ending the year with a bang, and lots of interesting things happening through the course of 2026. Now, folks, before you jump onto the next video and skip this at totally, I'll request you to please smash on that like button, subscribe to Dev Astrology. If you feel I've been putting the right effort, I need you to put your thoughts, your comments into the comment box and tell me what I can do better. I need your support to grow this channel. Thank you for watching. Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Mahadev.